Hey everybody, it's Jim. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Star Trek BlueBrixx building set review here for you. So I thought you'd enjoy this one here. This is we're going to pull this up, this box here. This is the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1701-E Sovereign class building set. This is from BlueBrixx, which is a German company. This is a 489 piece set, one of their larger format sets. This is available on the BlueBrixx.com website. This is a company that's based in Germany. They are the current license holder for Star Trek building brick sets, kind of like Lego, kind of like Mega Blocks, etc. They do really good quality models. They've been doing this for a couple years now, I think. I think they started in either 2021 or 2022. Anyway, so a little bit of the back box here, if you want to take a look at that. See if I can get it up there on the camera for you. And again, the front cover, just in case we need it for the thumbnail. There you go. Really solid box construction, as always with BlueBrixx. Nice thick cardboard, nice thick full color cardboard. Really nice to have. Inside the box is a sorting tray, or I mean, not really a sorting tray, but just a tray that all the stuff is in. And this one I built it a while ago, so I don't remember exactly, but there was approximately 20 poly bags of bricks inside the box. And unlike their smaller models, like smaller models over here, this set, the bags were numbered, so bags were numbered 1 or number 2. So there's actually two large, scale steps to this particular build. And if you look in the full color manual on how to build, right there in the front, just like with modern Lego sets, they said, okay, big step 1, we'll give you that much of it, and then step 2 is the rest of it. That's how they kind of laid it out here. And so it was a little bit easier to build this set compared to some of the smaller sets, where smaller. I'm all mixed up. Where instead of like literally dumping all 400 pieces into a box and then having to sift and sort to try to find the ones you're looking for, this was a little bit easier because they kind of segregated the boxes a little bit, or I'm sorry, the bags a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier to build. And I appreciated that level of effort. The instructions are full color, very clear, easy to follow, numbered, a lot of sub-assemblies. BlueBrixx really likes their sub-assemblies compared to a lot of Lego sets. So you're building little components and then components and components, and then eventually you've got this whole thing. So it's just it's just a stylistic choice. Of course, in the back of the instruction manual is a 2-page inventory of all the different pieces that you would need for this set. And then on the back cover is a couple pictures of the model. Couple different views there, top, side, and orthogonal, something like that. So yeah, the instructions in this one were pretty clear, pretty easy. I'll show you the model in just a second. It's predominantly light gray with some dark gray and black accents. So the instructions were not difficult to follow at all. I've discovered, like with some BlueBrixx sets and some Lego sets, the dark colors in particular, like black, dark brown, dark blue, dark green, like depending on the printing quality and whether the color plates were aligned correctly, some of those colors are really close together in the way that they're reproduced, and it's really hard to tell. Like if you've got a big pile of bricks in front of you, and some are black and some are dark brown and some are dark green and some are dark blue, it's like unless you've got really good lighting, it might be hard to tell what you're looking at. But in this particular model, we didn't have to worry about that. So anyway, storage tray, poly bag bricks, instruction manual, and then of course, as with all BlueBrixx sets and certain Lego sets, there were a number of extra pieces that came with this. So in this case, it's mostly what you would expect. It's the little 1x1s, the tiles, the half tiles, some Technic pieces, some of the unique pieces that BlueBrixx uses, such as the little stud piece that fits on the bottom of a brick that you can then put another brick on top of so that they're reversed to each other. It's kind of a cool studs not on top building technique. And then there were two 2x8 plates, black plates that came with this. And if I remember right, some of the printed pieces that come in this set were actually on those 2x8s. And then you didn't actually need the 2x8 for anything else in this set. So it's just like, okay, 2 extra big bricks. Historically, like when I get Lego sets and I end up with like pieces like that, that tells me I missed a step somewhere, and I got to go back in and look at it, because it wouldn't be cost effective to have a lot of these in every single set, because like that's just a waste of plastic and a waste of money. But you know, to have extra pieces, sure, great, thanks, appreciate it. So anyway, you know, just a good design on the instruction booklet. You know, great choice to separate the bags between number 1 and number 2, just so we can break it up a little bit. And the box itself, you know, solid. So here's the model itself. This is a fairly large model compared to some of the other ones I've got over there. But here is the Sovereign class. That is the side view. You can see the information placard there. That's Star Trek First Contact, Enterprise E, silhouette of the ship, and then just the information there on the Lego. That is actually a printed piece. So that is not a sticker. That is a printed piece right there on the plate, which is pretty cool. I'm going to take this thing off the stand. It's fairly heavy, but it is fairly sturdy. The whole model, not just the stand, but the whole model. And I'm going to take the stand off, and I'm going to carefully put the ship over here for now. And I'm just going to show you the stand real quick, a little more detail. So obviously there's the information placard, Star Trek First Contact, U.S.S. Enterprise, NCC-1701-E, and then as with all of their bases that I've noticed so far, they designed the base to be faction specific. So of course the Enterprise E is a Federation starship, Federation Starfleet starship. This is the pretty close approximation to the comm badge that's used in First Contact and Voyager in later seasons of DS9. It doesn't have the break on the inside here like it should, but like how would you model that in Lego? You'd probably have to get creative and adjust the brick design. This is 2 layers of bricks on top of each other. You can see that just using studs not on top techniques, and just the way that they stacked them. I mean, clearly this is a stack of bricks, right? And then they just oriented it this way. This is a fairly thick base. I mean, if you can see the thickness of the bricks there, the bottom one and then the top one, it's a little bit chunky. I don't know if that was intentional because of the weight of the ship, just to make sure it's all secure, or if that's just what they went with. I feel like looking at it on the shelf, this is kind of a chunky stand. It's just kind of thick. I'm not really sure how I would design it differently, though, if I wanted to make it a little less, you know, so much. But you know, design-wise, I mean, that's clearly the next gen DS9/Voyager comm badge, right? And then you have the sign there. The stand is very stable. It's a clear bricks with a Technic pin on the inside for additional stability. So no issues here, no surprises. Again, easy to build. It's just stacks of blocks and plates and tiles on top of each other, and just provides a nice stable. In fact, now that I think about it, I wonder if they designed this without the cut in it to help with the stability. I wouldn't think that would be the case, but yeah, who knows. Anyway, so that's the stand for you there. And now let's go over to the model itself. Silhouette is pretty good. Like, again, there's let me try it this way. There's the side view. You can see the nacelles, and then there's the top view, which looks pretty good. There's the front view, and you can kind of see the deflector dish underneath there, and the bottom view, which you know, is frankly nothing special to look at. It's all very blank gray. Like, clearly they were focusing their energy on the top and not so much on the bottom. It's a little bit of a disappointment, but there's the bottom view for the whole thing, and then just for the sake of completion, there's the back view with the impulse engines and then the warp engines and some of the livery details with the dark gray there. So overall, this was a fairly easy model to put together. There's a lot of studs not on top, you know, snot technique, especially with like the secondary hull pieces on the side. Some of the way the nacelles were built, the hinge pieces that put the nacelles on there, like these are actually hinges, but you're not really meant to flex them on a regular basis. So that's just to help with the overall shape of the thing. You can see there's a little bit of an alignment issue here, so I just need to adjust that. Otherwise this ship would never make it into warp. The saucer does not separate. I think the Sovereign class is supposed to be able to separate, so it does, like, it's not a play feature for it to separate. I mean, I guess you could separate it if you wanted to, but it would be a one-time thing, and then you have to put it back together again. Let's see what else. The top, which is interesting, the primary hull, you can see the pieces all around the edge have windows on them. These are all printed pieces. These are not stickers, which I really appreciate. I really prefer printed pieces where possible. I know it increases the cost a little bit, but really appreciate the printed pieces because it just looks so much better. And then the 1701E sticker on the front there, let me see if I can get you a little bit closer. That is a printed piece as well. That is not a sticker. And what I appreciate about that is it's a 2x4 grade tile. And so if you are a clever modeler or a printer or whatever, and you want to change the you want to buy this model and make it your own ship, or change the registry and ship name, if you have the means to print either stickers or if you have the means to print on bricks, you could very easily pull out that 2x4 tile and replace it with the Lego 2x4 tile, and just put that sticker right on there, and then you got yourself a new Sovereign class, right? Because that's a printed piece, the sticker doesn't overlap multiple pieces, so you could get away with redoing the ship to whatever you want it to be. And there are no other stickers or printed pieces on the rest of the ship, so like if you wanted to add more decals or something to the secondary hull or to the nacelles or even to the bottom of the ship, right? Like if you wanted to put the name and the registry on the bottom of the ship, you got a blank canvas here because it's just literally blank. I mean, there's nothing here, so you could make some designs there. Overall, the build was fairly easy. I think this took about an hour and a half, just because there were some fiddly pieces, especially like where you can see in the secondary hull here where all that black is. There's just a lot of angles and studs not on top techniques, and just a lot of pieces to kind of fit in different ways. So not a difficult build by any stretch of the imagination. It was just time consuming, and that could be a factor for you. I don't know. Design-wise, overall, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, this is clearly the silhouette of a Sovereign class to some extent. I think the side view is pretty good. The bottom view, like the silhouette, is fine, but like the fact that this is just a pure blank gray mass here is a little disappointing. And then that deflector dish is literally a whole section with a 1x1 stud, a translucent stud stuck right in there, and that's just not particularly evocative or inspiring. So I if I were going to do some kit bashing, I might go in there and start doing some redesign work on the front end there. That's a key recognizable part of the ship, and I think they missed the boat on that portion of it. Color-wise, interesting choice of colors on the black and the dark gray. Again, I'd have to look at my reference material to see what the livery of a Sovereign class, and specifically the 1701-E, looked like, but it gives it a little bit of variety, a little bit of pop, just to change up that vast expanse of light gray there. Nacelles are nice because they got the translucent blue along the nacelle, and then the red on the front for the bussard collectors, and then the impulse engines there in red as well. So pretty nice use of color. The blue really pops nicely off there. I think if there was any one big highlight of this set for me personally, it would be the printed pieces, because I just love having printed pieces, and the fact that they put so much attention to detail in the windows and in the lifeboats. Like you can see the lifeboat outlines there, right there on the printed pieces. Just really nice design work there. So kudos for that. Let's see, is there anything else that's worth noting here? No, I think that pretty much covers it. Again, you can see that the saucer is primarily just a stack of bricks and plates, and it's using studs not on top technique, so that you can build on the bottom of the you can build the bottom up onto the saucer, and then this layer of bricks here is built down onto that stack of bricks. So effective, clever use of building techniques. Like some of the other smaller sets, I've mentioned that the BlueBrixx engineering quality, in terms of like the precision of their piece design, isn't quite to Lego's level, and I think you can see that to some extent, where if you really look closely at the saucer, you can see that between some pieces there's a bit of a noticeable gap between the pieces once they're all set together, and that's just an engineering thing. And then the other thing you'll notice is, especially on these wedge pieces, these angled pieces, there's a bit of a bump like as you're moving your finger along, you'll feel that ridge. And I think a little more precise engineering would make them all more consistently the same angle, the same height, etc. I think I have not noticed that with Lego. And is it a matter of the pieces being pressed down, fully engaged on the bricks and pieces beneath it? Maybe, but I've been doing this for a long time. I'm pretty confident all those pieces are secured where they should be, and I'm still feeling that little bit of a ridge among some of the pieces, which tells me that the manufacturing from piece to piece just could probably stand a little bit more refinement down the road here, if as BlueBrixx continues to make more sets. I know they make other ships in this scale, maybe even bigger, and it'd just be curious to see how they continue to evolve their parts and technologies. I can see that this nacelle is starting to come off a little bit, so I'm going to just tighten that up a little bit. Yeah, it's just a little awkward because it's the way the nacelles are stuck onto those hinge pieces. It's a little awkward, and you just got to be careful that when you're squeezing one place, you don't actually squeeze another place and knock something off. The nacelles were a little bit fragile, but you can see that the hinges on those backs there's like 3 hinge pieces, so it's super secure and super tight. So these are not moving anywhere unless you really want them to, which is kind of nice. So anyway, that is the Sovereign Class Enterprise E building set from BlueBrixx. Let me put it back on the stand here, and I'll swoosh it at you. Let me get it on there. There we go. Again, this is a really heavy stand and model, but it looks good on the shelf from a distance and stuff. So there is that. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this model, drop them into the comments below. Like and subscribe if you so feel desired. I've got more BlueBrixx reviews coming up. So thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Have a great day.